Michaela with LearnWire here, and today we are going to go over Quick Creator. Now, Quick Creator is an AI platform that will not only help you brainstorm blog ideas and blog titles, but will also help boost your blog's visibility online. Now, this is going to be a really good alternative to Contentful, Copy.ai, and Jasper, and it's best going to be used by content creators, marketers, and marketing agencies. Now, Quick Creator does have a 4.5 taco rating across 5 reviews, which is pretty good. Quick Creator was founded by Tony, and as we take a look at the questions asked by users, he is a pretty responsive developer, and it looks like he does respond to all of the reviews as well. There are currently 4 different licensing tiers. Tier 1 license at $49 comes with all available features. You get 10 AI articles per month. You get a custom domain, 20 keyword scores per month, 20 content quality scores per month, and you get 20 gigs of storage. The Tier 2 license at $129 includes all available features, 30 AI articles per month, you get a custom domain, 60 keyword scores per month, 60 content quality scores per month, 60 gigs of total storage, and you also get 2 team members. License Tier 3 at $259 comes with all available features, 150 AI articles per month, a custom domain, 300 keyword scores and content quality scores per month, 200 gig of storage. 200 gig of storage, you can bring your own OpenAI key, and you can have up to 5 team members. And finally, License Tier 4 at $399 comes with all available features, 300 AI articles per month, you get a custom domain, 600 keyword and content quality scores per month, 500 gigs of storage, you can bring your own OpenAI key, and you also get unlimited team members. Right away, this is the Quick Creator dashboard. We've got a few different shortcuts. We've got the keyword-driven writing, which you can enter in a target keyword and it will generate an SEO optimized article around that. We have the topic expansion writing, which you can enter in a specific topic or an idea that comes to mind, and it will automatically generate SEO optimized content. Or we also have the product promotion, so you can enter a product page URL and it will automatically extract the product's details and create compelling content that will drive sales for that product. Under these, we have a list of all recent blog entries. We currently don't have any because we haven't written any. So let's go ahead and make a new blog post. So we have this pop-up here, and it's going to give us a bunch of different ways to get started on generating our blog posts. We have those 3 options from before. We also have the article fusion option, which allows us to input several article URLs, and it will analyze them and fuse the ideas from these articles to create an article with new and improved structure. Below that, we have templates for specific article types. So these are going to be articles like tutorials or listicles or how-tos or anything like that. So we've got the listicle article. Listicle article is going to be something like top 10 ways you can get your ex back, or top 10 best restaurants in New York City, that kind of thing. We have the how-to article, the comparison article, the explanatory article, and the analytical article. So let's go ahead and just do this topic expansion writing. Now at the bottom, there are 2 different things. There are 2 different generations that you can do. If you're using the article fusion option, you can do a 1-step generation and it will create your entire article with just a click of a button. For all other ones, that 1-step generation is grayed out and you do have to do the blog wizard or step-by-step process. So let's go ahead and do the blog wizard on our topic. All right, so here is our first step in our step-by-step process. First off, we need to enter in our topic. We are going to do the top 10 indie horror games. And then we can also input supplementary knowledge related to this topic, or we can also extract knowledge directly from a URL. Below that, we can select our primary keyword, our target audience's country and region, and then the language that it's going to be posted in. Now, off to the right, we do have some content settings, so we can create requirements for our generating titles. So maybe you need all of your articles to have a specific brand name, or to be in blue text or anything like that. You can specify those requirements here. So with the power of editing, we will have all of those fields filled in right now. So I decided to use the extract knowledge from URL feature for this one, and I extracted from the article Best Indie Horror Games of 2024 by Kara Phillips on the TechRadar website. So thank you, Kara. I appreciate your contribution. And then I have my primary keywords as indie horror game, my target audience as the United States, and the language as English. I'm not going to put any requirements for generating titles just because I want to see kind of what it comes up with. I don't want to put any restrictions on it, but that feature is there if you do feel like you need to use it. Okay, so let's hit this generate title. Here are our generated titles. We've got top 10 indie horror games, discover the top 10 indie horror games of 2024, the top 10 indie horror games to play right now, top 10 indie horror games for a spine-chilling experience, top 10 indie horror games that redefine fear, and top 10 indie horror games to keep you up at night. We have our list of titles. They're all fine titles, but say we want to spice it up a little bit more, or maybe we like parts of 2 different titles. We can click this handy dandy little pencil icon right here, and we can edit that title right here. So I'm going to add that you should play right now. We can also adjust our word count, adjust our reading level, adjust the tone, and adjust the person perspective. I'm going to keep the word count the same. I'm going to put the reading level as general, and I'm going to put the tone as entertaining, just to see what it comes up with. All right, so we have all of our adjustments made. Let's go ahead and save, and then generate our outline. Here is our generated outline. We've got our game 1, we've got our game 2, we've got the overview, the platform ability, etc., etc. If we do want to move some of these segments around, we can just click on these little 6 dots right here and move it back and forth. Or we can move our little subsections around as needed. Now, if we want to delete a header, then we can hit this little minus delete button. Or if we want to add another subheader for overview, we can do a little add, and it will add another subheader for us. Go ahead and delete that. Now, if we want to completely regenerate this little section of the outline, we can hit this little magic wand, and it will completely regenerate this outline itself. Now, on the side, we have some more content settings. We have a little slider for adding facts and evidence. We once again have our little requirements text box right here. We have the automatic internal links, which will automatically lead back to your domain. We also have automatic external links, which will link back to any external sources and will add to your credibility. We can also insert the designated links. So if there's a specific link that we want to reference, we can add that in there. Additionally, we can also have some image settings, so we can add a cover image, and we can also add images below each subheader itself. One thing I'm noticing is that they do have these handy dandy little question mark buttons, so if you're not certain about something, you can hover over it and it'll kind of explain it. But one thing I've noticed is that in this little section off on the right, if you hover over it, it just kind of goes back and forth, and it's really hard for you to read because it kind of shifts back and forth and it appears and disappears, appears and disappears, etc., etc. Definitely something that needs to be fixed, but not a deal breaker at all. Now that I feel our outline is complete and we have all settings enabled that we need enabled, I'm going to go ahead and click on this generate article button. All right, here is our generated blog post. We have top 10 indie horror games for a spine-chilling experience that you should play right now. We've got our opening right here, and we have game 1, Little Nightmares. We've got our platform availability, our mechanics, etc., etc. First thoughts of this article, it's very mechanical. It's very like, you do this, it does this, this is this. There's no compound sentences. I had it set to a entertainment voice, and this isn't really an entertainment voice. It's just kind of a list of, it does this, it does this, it does this. So I wouldn't say that the tone, at least the entertaining tone, really worked out in the way that I wanted it to. We can make improvements right here, which I'll do in a moment. But for a first pass, if I've specified that there's an entertaining tone to it, then I expect to have little jokes or lighthearted comments or anything like that. And it's just not here. It's very mechanical, it's very methodical, it's very straightforward and to the point. Another thing I've noticed is that there's only a picture under... Another thing I've noticed is there's the picture here at the top, which I'm not entirely sure what this is, so I can't say one way or another whether or not this actually fits the article. It kind of does. I see, like a blank-faced person, so I can't really see his face, so that, So I'd say that definitely portrays like a horror experience, but I'm not sure about the rest of it. It's a little weird. Now, as we scroll down, there is just a picture under the Little Nightmares game, and it doesn't really have anything to do with the Little Nightmares. So that could definitely improve some, as well as having a picture underneath each one. Now, I can go ahead and customize this post and add those in itself. So again, this isn't a deal breaker, but it would be nice to have it done for me. One thing I don't like is that I did admittedly rip all of this information from a completely different article, and I really would have liked if it would have kind of given a little bit of credit to that original article, or at least the original author. Again, I can go in and add that myself, but I feel like not having it done automatically can make plagiarism super easy. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out this improvements option. Okay, so we have an on-page check, so we can check whether or not any of the keywords are used or whether any of our content requirements have been reached. So we have header 2 does not contain target keywords, header 3 does not contain any target keywords. Not a huge deal because those are just, it's just not a big deal. We can also go ahead and check the keyword score. This will compare our content and keywords to the top Google articles, so we can make sure that our content gets to the top of the search results. This feature is not included in my plan, but there is a picture here. We can see it's kind of got like that rainbow, oh, red is bad, yellow is okay, green is really good, and other things like that. And then we have our content quality score. So this will evaluate our article based on key factors such as the EEAT system or the experience, expertise, authority, and trust system. Again, this one is also not included in our plan, but it is available for the higher tier plans. Now, if we do want to see a preview of our article to see what it will look like on the website, we can click this handy little preview button, and it will show us, we've got our home, we've got our about, the contents, etc., etc. So this is what it's going to look like on my hypothetical website. Okay, so once I'm done editing this, I can hit the little save button, and now I can either publish it or I could export it. So if I want to export it, we can export it to WordPress, WordPress.com, Shopline, Strappy, or we can download it as an HTML file, a TXT file, or a Markdown file. So let's go ahead and hit publish. We do have just kind of a custom domain right here. It does look a little gibberish. So admittedly, if someone sent this to me, I would probably think it's a phishing link, but we can go ahead and set up a custom domain. We can use a Quick Creator domain. So this is going to be a domain hosted by Quick Creator. If we have a subdomain that we already have, we can publish it to there. Or if you have a domain subdirectory, you can also publish it there as well. Now, as we navigate back to our dashboard, we have our article right here in our recent list. And here on this front page, we can go ahead and view it, we can edit it, or we can open it. There are also some other options to publish or duplicate, or we can move it to another site, or we can go ahead and delete it if we just don't want it anymore. Now, if we do want to use one of the Quick Creator domains, we can go ahead and create our own landing page from it. So let's go ahead and go to this All Pages, and we have our blog homepage right here. So it's already got a homepage set up and ready to go for us. If we want to view it, we can do so right here, or we can go ahead and edit this. So let's go ahead and edit our homepage. This is what my blog homepage is going to look like. So we've got our SEO options right here. We have a preview of our Google search page. We have a preview of what our page will look like on the Google search. We have our title, the description, any keywords. We also have our settings, so we can change the name of our homepage to maybe Home Z Page. If we want to change our theme, we can just click on this handy dandy little customize button right here, and we can change the color of our theme right here. So if we don't want this black color right here, we can change it to a nice hot pink right here. And then it will also update this color swatch. So if we want to have different intensities of that color, we have those right here. Now, say we want this to be maybe just a little bit darker, we can adjust it and it will update it right here. Now below that, we can go ahead and set our different color styles. So let's say we want the text to be light green. We can set that right here. Maybe we want the background to be light gray. We can set that there. We can have our link color be this dark purple, our image caption, our button colors, and our heading. And then we can also change our text styles right here as well. So we can click on it and we can change our font. There are a few different font families right here, or we can change the size and the line spacing. We can also change whether or not we want that to be bold or italicized, or both, or none. Now we do have a few other options we can do. We can enable rounded buttons. So if we want our buttons to be a little bit rounded, we can enable that. Notice how we went from more of a rectangle with rounded corners to almost a complete oval. We can do that right there. We can also decide on whether or not we want our links underlined as well. Now say we like our theme colors and everything, but we don't quite like the layout of it all. We can add different parts to this layout simply by clicking on this green button right here, and we can go ahead and add various blocks to our website. So we have the blocks, we have our header, the hero, we've got the CTA, the features, etc., etc. So we can make our blog homepage look exactly like what we want. Say we would need to make another web page, maybe an About Us page. We can do that by clicking this new page button right up here, and we can choose the name of that. We'll just call it About Us, and it will be about, if I could spell, us. That's going to be our slug. The slug is what is going to appear in the URL up top, and here is our page. We've got our SEO options on the side, we've got our settings, and we've got our blocks and our patterns and everything that we can add right here. So I've added our little Q&A section right here, and I can go ahead and preview this page. We can publish this page, or we can export it. We're just going to save it as a draft for now. All right. We also have a section for all of our posts, so we can see all of the posts that we've published. We can see any incomplete posts or any draft posts right here, and we can edit them or view them or get rid of them or whatever we want to do. Quick Creator also allows you to make different categories for your posts. So then your readers can go ahead and sort your posts by lifestyle, or maybe by gaming or food or anything like that. Now, if you need to adjust the theme of all of your pages, you can do so by just going to this theme section, and you can edit your theme by template type. So we have our homepage, we can edit our theme by our single posts or by our category page or any other page like that. Now, down below, we have our site settings. So we have our site name, we have our language, we can add a site image to it. If we want to delete our site entirely, we can do so by clicking this big red delete button, which we don't want to do right now. We kind of went over our domains. We have any marketing integrations. So we have Google Analytics, we have the Google Tag Manager, and we have adding ads as a text file. We can change our generation settings right here. We can also blacklist any external domains. So let's say we don't want any Twitter links in any of our articles. We can blacklist this domain right here. And then finally, we have our code injection. So if we have a custom code that we want to add, we can add that code for our header or for the insight body right here. And then finally, we have our integrations. So we can integrate with WordPress, we can integrate with a self-hosted WordPress, with a Strappy, or with a Shopline website. And that is Quick Creator. I would probably give Quick Creator a 4.0. When I was generating the article, it listed a bunch of different tones that I could use. And even though I used the entertainment tone, it didn't really use entertainment language. It was very succinct and to the point, and very, it does this, period. It does this, period. There is this, period. There is this, period. There was no variety in the sentence. It was just single thought sentences back to back to back to back to back. Additionally, I didn't like that it didn't link back to the website that I snagged my information from. It just kind of took all of the information that this other author created and spent time putting together, and it just went, oh, this is mine now. So I don't really like that. But there weren't any major bugs, and I do like how versatile it is, and I do like that you can host your own website through Quick Creator, so you don't have to spend money on a different platform to host your website through. You can just do it all through Quick Creator right then and there. Now, if you have any questions, comments, anything like that, you can put them, that's right, you guessed it, in the comment section below. And as always, I will see you next time. Goodbye.